It's the day after, everyone making their way back from the West Coast, and we have SVG times 3. Oh, yes, I like rhymes. Shane Van Gisbergen getting another win out there in Sonoma, but guess what's up next? That would be Dover. We're back on the ovals. What does he think? Let's find out. Congratulations again, Shane Van Gisbergen. Last time there was a 4:30 a.m. tweet. I did not see any if you sent them out or somebody took your phone from you and wouldn't let you. How was the celebration after this one?
No, really quiet. This week we flew back that night, so we didn't arrive back to North Carolina till 4 a.m. or something. So went and got some breakfast with each other and then headed home to sleep.
What's it like in New Zealand right now? Are you getting word from any of your family or friends? And, are they just getting calls constantly about you?
Yeah, well, they love at the moment doing the Xfinity stuff again, racing on it's Sundays there. The cup races are always very early Monday, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's been amazing, the response and the seeing all the articles on all the racing websites over there and Facebooks and stuff. It's been super cool. So yeah, really stoked and overwhelmed with how much people are following it.
Are you doing media over there? Like, are they having, like, are they writing articles and having you on TV?
No, they kind of just take what I say and other things, which is fine. But yeah, we're doing a lot here. This last couple of weeks has been pretty
Yeah.
full on.
Is your dad with you right now? Is he able to kind of see this and celebrate?
No, unfortunately, he's been really he's had some blood clots in his legs, so he
Oh,
hasn't been
man.
able to travel, which sucks. But I think he's got the all clear finally, and hopefully he'll come over next month. And because he did 3 trips probably last year and loved it. So it's been hard for him to watch, but he'll
Oh.
be over soon.
Well, I'm sure he'll be excited to get there, and Roval and Watkins Glen coming up, and even these ovals that you're getting better at. I do want to ask you about what Chase Briscoe said when he climbed out of the car, and I'm sure you've heard it already. He called you the Michael Jordan of road course racing. I know that you probably, I mean, listen, I don't know, you might love the compliments, but how do you feel when you hear something like that?
Yeah, it's obviously probably a little out of context, but yeah, amazing that people think that of me or my peers, and I really enjoyed racing him. I always do. And yeah, it's been a really cool run that we've been on. And yeah, to do it with, no controversy, I guess, be fast and execute every week. It's been really cool, and I've had great battles with everyone. All the races we've done, all the races I've been against, the battles have been great. So cool that they think that.
Yeah, that battle with Connor was pretty good.
Yep.
I was like, "Man, is he gonna spit him out?" But you didn't.
Nah, you had every opportunity to, I guess, but I tried to
Yeah.
do it as fair as I could. And the one time I gave him too much of a bump at 7, I waited for him, and then at the last corner, you have a couple of choices there. You can just follow him or run into him or try and go around the outside or something. And I took that option. It's never going to work, but it was the cleanest one, I guess.
So a lot of guys in the Cup Garage think that you're the Michael Jordan of road course racing. Who do you consider the Michael Jordan of road course racing? Who's a guy that you look up to?
Uh, I think there's too many periods and too many different sports and categories around the world. You got obviously Max at the moment is the best and potential to get a crazy amount of world championships. He's still very young. And yeah, and then here there's, I don't know, there's just so many different categories around the world. It's so hard to just single someone out. Yeah.
Is there a guy that you followed? Because they'll on the broadcast you'll see some of the drivers who are kind of following your line and maybe trying to mimic it. Was there a guy that you followed and kind of learned from?
Not really. I never really singled anyone out. I was a big Greg Murphy fan when I was a kid, and he always, I wanted to be like him in V8 supercars. And his actual nemesis, I guess the guy who always beat him, was Marcus Ambrose. So, I was always going for those two. And yeah, then seeing Marcus come over here and what he did, he was a big inspiration to me, so pretty cool. Yeah.
I love Marcus. I got to cover him when he was over here doing some of this stuff. I was a big fan of his. Do you still talk to him?
Yeah, we've talked a little less last year, but this year, sorry, but last year he was an amazing help. Whenever I needed something, whether it was about racing or off track stuff, he was always there and really, really helpful. And yeah, unbelievable person, how open he was, and the experiences he had here was, yeah, really cool to tap into that and learn from him.
Good guy. Tell him I said hi next time you talk to him. When you look ahead to the playoffs, what's sort of your goal right now? Have you set any of those for those last 10 races?
No, I'm not really a goal setter, but I
Mm.
just know we have to keep improving, and we are. So we just got to keep our heads down. Next couple of weeks probably be pretty quiet for us, and that's probably how we want it to be. Just stay out of trouble, keep logging laps, and try and get some good results, and if we can keep building on that, that first round of playoffs, I think you just got to have really good results. You don't have to have great ones. Just get through, have no mistakes those 3 races, and try and score as many points as possible. And who knows, we might get through it.
Well, I just heard you say it's gonna be pretty quiet for you. I don't think so. I think there's gonna be a lot of eyes on you. I think we're gonna be talking about you regardless of what kind of track. You're 3rd in the points right now. I know you've never been to Dover. I know, right? I mean, listen, we sat here a couple weeks ago and I was like, "Hey, what about making the playoffs on just 1 win?" And now look at what you've done, which is just so fun to watch. You're not a goal person. How do you approach maybe this weekend, Dover? Never been there in a cup car, have been there in an Xfinity car. What is the mindset going into this weekend?
Yeah, so I'll switch over today and start studying for and preparing. I've got a bunch of onboard stuff lined up, and then just go through SMT, watch the races, and just deep dive into it, understand how the fast guys get around, what's their trends and how they do it, and just try and build up. My struggle really has been getting up to speed straight away. So it's just challenging yourself to just get straight into it. Don't take that time to build up. Just go flat out straight away. And that's really hard to do at a track like Dover. So just try and take a bit more risk. We're in that position now that we can, and it's a cool feeling to have. There's no pressure. We can just go and have some fun.
I haven't heard a lot of pressure on you. I feel like you haven't had a lot the last couple weeks either, just kind of going to these road courses. For you to say like, no, it's no pressure. I'm just going and having fun. That's a really cool place to be.
That's all you dream about as a race car driver, and it's hard when the sport, there's so much pressure and commercial stuff, and we're in a good place. And Trackhouse as a team, you walk in this place now and you just feel a really cool vibe. I think it's four of the last 6 races or something, or 7 races. It's been
Yep.
an amazing run that we're on, and the buzz in this place is really cool at the moment.
I love that. Who are some of the fast guys that you'll watch at Dover?
Yeah, I think I got a really good reference in Ross. He's been amazing there the last couple of times. And I think Reddick has been very good, and obviously Kyle Larson too. So they're the 3 guys I'll probably study the most this week.
Those are pretty good ones.
Yep.
What does proving people wrong on the ovals look like to you? I know I asked you this post race,
Yeah.
and maybe my question came out a little convoluted,
I
but
don't
I
know why
kind
I
of
said
picked.
that, but
Yeah, no,
I don't know why I
I
said
mean
that, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. Obviously, everyone tries to knock you down when you're on top or dominating. That's just sport. That's fine.
life, actually.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's good for the sport. All those conversations, I guess, and people are interested. It's great. I just need to keep that grind going. I don't, it doesn't sell that much, but getting in the top 20, that's good for us at the moment. And then hopefully that becomes a top 15 and a top 10. We just need to keep building, and it's those stepping stones for us, because there's 35 guys out there and that are all good race car drivers. So it's not easy what we do.
I could be wrong about this, but I think you finished 18th when you were at Dover in the Cup Series, your very first time there. So there's your top 20, right? Oh, I'm sorry, in the Xfinity
Xfinity.
Series because you
Yep.
haven't been there. Yeah, which is good. I know the cars aren't the same status, obviously, as they are on Sunday, but the laps were there, right? So you did what you could in that area.
Yeah, we had fun there last year. It was tough, we were all racing, all the caller cars racing sort of around 15th to 20th. We were struggling a bit, but yeah, I had a fun day. It was a really cool racetrack. So yeah, just hopefully we're a bit quicker this year.
It's crazy though, right? Because I feel like Dover, one thing they talk about is just how the elevation changes so quickly, kind of when you go over that walkover, you kind of drop.
Oh, it's when you first approach it and you fall into that banking, and then the compression you feel, it's so hard to describe. You just feel this negative G, and then the car just sticks. It's unbelievable when you approach the corner. You just can't believe the car's going to hold. And then all of a sudden it does. And you're like, okay, I need to go faster. And then all of a sudden you're having moments. It's so hard to switch your brain on that your car is going to stick. Like the concrete has amazing grip. And then, the angle of the banking's so huge. So it's it's mind blowing that place when you're flat out.
Love it. Before I let you go, because obviously we've talked a lot, so I kind of feel like I've exhausted everything that we could talk about. But how has your life changed in the last, 5 weeks?
Uh, yeah, I guess a little less, more calm. Like there's obviously a bit more stress about wanting to get into the playoffs and how the year started, but we weren't panicked about it. But we knew we were going to get better. But obviously, winning a road course, that fixes the year. But now we've won three of them. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. Like you just feel, as I said, you feel that energy and the vibe in this place, and just life in general. It really yeah, it's on a good. We're in a good place at the moment.
I love that, the energy and vibe at that place, and a lot of that is, Ross obviously getting the win and Daniel getting the win and Xfinity over Mexico kinda going to that racetrack, but you're providing a lot of that, and I'm really happy for you, which is why I wore my happy shirt today for you, Shane.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, have a good one, enjoy getting ready for Dover, we'll see you out there, and, yeah, take care.
Sounds good.
Tell
Thank you.
Ronald I said hi. Where is he still running around there, by the way?
He's gone to sleep now.
Oh, yeah, well, smart guy. Shane's dog Ronald was kind of back in the background, but we didn't get a cameo this time. Maybe if he wins another race, we'll make sure that happens. Best day ever. Let's wrap it up as we're getting ready to head to Dover this weekend. I'm going to give best day ever to Dale Earnhardt Jr., my teammate on the TNT broadcast, because for the second week in a row, he got to watch an amazing battle between two of his drivers in the Xfinity Series, Connor Zilich and of course Shane Van Gisbergen. How much fun was it to watch those two guys? Not only the show that they put on the racetrack, but the way that they handle their business, the friendship, the friendly rivalry, whatever you call it, just awesome. You love to see that kind of racing where it's fair, it's hard, and you know that the young Connor Zilich learned a lot by racing Shane Van Gisbergen. He's got a huge future ahead of him, and it was really fun to watch. So thank you, Junior Motorsports. Thank you, Dale Jr. I like watching him on the pit box as well when he's watching that battle play out because he's like, whatever you do, don't put it in the wall. But they didn't. 1-2 finish, 1-2 finish, both weekends at Chicago and Sonoma. All right, we're heading to Dover this weekend. We'll see you on the TNT desk. Cannot wait. I love Dover. I love the Monster Mile, and we'll see who can get it done out there in Delaware. We'll see you next week.